So then we started going down the street, see? We had an address of a guy, used to be in Sioux City. A guy named Harry Sawyer, called him Tom Sawyer. He was a fight promoter out here. So we went down seeing him, and first we went down, we had a big breakfast. I remember 20 cents, you get a stack of pancakes, bowl of oatmeal, coffee. And then we had a big halibut dinner for a quarter. Then we went up to see this Harry Sawyer, and he says, "You boys want to go to lunch?" And I went, blam it, he nudged me, he said, "Let's take it. That'd be our last one." So he took us up to a fancy restaurant. At that time it was about $1 a meal. So he said, he asked me if I wanted to fight Friday night. I said, yeah. That was on a Monday, I think. So he says, come over to my house and stay. And he said, I'll get these other two guys a job in the cannery. Emmett and George. So that's the last I seen of them two guys. They walked down to, they heard they was hiring berry pickers down in Tacoma. So they hitchhiked down, come back, flat ass broke, walked about half of the way. So old Harry got him a job up in Everett, the cannery, canning fish.
How much did that pay?
Well, about 50 cents an hour or something. And I never seen them after that because I didn't know where they went, see. So
Did you train that week before Friday, or?
Just done a little road work. Wasn't no place to train.
So
then I went.
So who'd they have you fight?
Guy named Mickey Conley from Butte, Montana.
How much were they going to pay you to fight him?
$15.
So you didn't know anything about him? He
never seen him before.
So the guy never saw you fight either?
No.
Well, how did he know you could fight?
Well, Harry Sawyer knew.
Well,
George Huffman told me.
What's that?
I just fought that Harvey Woods the day before we left. See. He was a featherweight champ of Minnesota.
Oh, I see. So how tough was it? What's this guy's name again you fought out of Montana?
Mickey Conley.
How tough was he?
Tough enough.
So was it a tough fight?
It was a pretty tough fight. I wasn't used to this climbing. I got tired, but I won a decision over him anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Collected the 15, which was a lot of money then. And old Harry, he never took no money. He told me, stay out here. He said, I'll make you some money. But I stayed around over there. Wasn't nothing to do.
So did you fight anymore in Seattle?
No. So I got on a...
By yourself? What happened to Emmett and his
Never
brother?
seen them. They said they was going to Wenatchee to pick apples.
So you just got a train and headed someplace else?
I'd headed over to Wenatchee. I'd hitchhiked to Wenatchee. Got in there and never run into him, so I was down there talking to a guy. He asked me if he wanted to team up with me to go back to, he was going to Kansas City. And I said, yeah, we'll team up. So we got a freight out of there that night, clear into St. Paul. It took us 3 or 4 days. Day and night riding. Got into St. Paul, and I wanted to go south to Iowa.
How far was that still from there?
Oh, 600-700 miles.
Oh, still.
And we was walking down looking for a freight, seen a black guy stand there. Where are you boys heading for? So I'm going down to, this guy told him down to Kansas City. He said, stand right here with me. He said, I'll show you how to get there. Ride this tender on the passenger train. He said, they got to stop here. So we got on that tender, boy, I mean, we was going. And we got down about a couple hundred miles, and they stopped for water. So the fireman came back, seen us on there, and he kicked us off. So here come a freight by. So me and this other guy, we grabbed the freight. Black guy said, I'm staying here. He said, I'll see you guys later. We go down here and travel all day, just about night. We pull off a siding. Here comes a passenger train. It's going like hell, and that black guy hanging on there. with his coattails just a flopping in the air. Going to
Going to Kansas City.
Going to Kansas City. Boys, I ain't riding their freight.
Going in style. So you made it back to Sioux City?
Yeah, I made it back.
So how long were you gone the whole time?
Oh, 3 or 4 months, I guess. Quite a while.
What did your mom and dad think of you doing that?
Well, they didn't want me to go, but there wasn't nothing they could do, really.
Yeah.
Mine and my own.
Mine of my own.
So when you went back to Sioux City, did you was you still fighting then? Or
Yeah, then I got started fighting back. They had fights there every week, sometimes twice a week.
Where'd they used to fight at?
Well, the Riverview Park.
What was that, like a auditorium or a...
No, it was an outdoor arena.
Oh, they had,
Bleacher. And then they built one of the best ones in the country, but they called it the Uptown Arena. They had fights there every night, every Monday and one every Friday at the Riverview. So I couldn't get a fight every week.
Who was the promoter of all this?
Well, a guy named Harry Jones was Riverview Park promoter, and a guy named Ty Dillon was.
How many fights did they have when they fought during the night?
They'd have 8.
What it cost to get in?
2 bits, 35 cents for ringside.
They always sell them out?
Sold them out. They had some of the best fighters in the country at that time came there. Because they could fight every week. See, a guy named Henry Hook, and he was a clown fighter, you know, well, he could fight. And one of the top best fighters ever seen in the world, Everett Reitmeyer, was born in my hometown. He fought there.
How often did he fight there?
Oh, every couple of weeks. And they brought in all the top boys from all over the country for him. He whipped them all.
How much do you figure he was getting paid on his best fight back then?
Well, he only got about 40, 50 bucks. But then later on he fought biggest purse he ever made when he fought Henry Armstrong. He got $1,000.
How did he do in that fight?
Well, Armstrong stopped him at about the 10th round.
Was it a pretty good fight up to then, or?
Everett was way ahead of him. He was a fast boxer. And then the featherweight champ at that time was Freddie Miller. He wouldn't give Reitmeyer a shot. Till later, when Reitmeyer was done, then they finally fought. Freddie Miller outpointed him. But the guy who fought most of the time was a guy named Mickey Slater. I think we fought 7 times.
How come they kept rescheduling you guys always at the same time?
Oh, it was always a good fight.
Did you know him outside of boxing at all?
Yeah. Yeah, you became one of my best friends.
I mean, after you stopped fighting, or
Before, well, even before. I knew him.
where was? But did you know him before you started boxing, or you met him through boxing?
Met him through boxing, but I just started. Then I fought another guy, I think probably 8 times, that Newsboy Brown.
How do you get a name like that?
Just took it.
No.
Newsboy man. Who was some of the guys who worked in your corner?
Well, my brother, and old Pop Slater. That was Mickey Slater's dad.
Oh, is that right? He worked in your corner too?
Yeah, when I wasn't fighting his son.
Oh, I
He
see.
worked. He was a trainer for Bill Hawkins' stable. Mickey was.
Oh, I see. How about